I've became the beast. I became this person that don't trust people and don't believe anything people say and think less of a family because of that one incident that my dad did. I know it probably seems simple to you guys, but imagine staying somewhere for 3 months without any money because my mom had to be taking care of what she had to take care of and preparing for me to come and try to help me with the paperwork and everything. And my dad was making all this money, sending everything to girls, but didn't remember to call me or send that $100 that I really in need of at that time. I think that's why I became the beast. Let the beast live on. So tell me how. Go to the embassy. They said, yo, we're not giving you the visa because there's something wrong with your paperwork. So I'm like, damn. So I'm pissed right now because I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna do? They told me to get a paper that I know I couldn't get. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy, blood. So I'm like, so what I did, I went back home. So I told my grandma, like, yo, I didn't get that. This is one good advice I can tell you my grandma gave me. This is the best advice she ever gave me. She said, listen, you know what you're going to do now? You're going to tell everyone that you're stuck. You ain't going nowhere. You don't know what you're going to do now because you got declined and you can't go anymore. So I said, all right, cool. So my dad called back. It was a Thursday. So my dad called back the Friday. So he called me and said, yo, so when you going to leave? I'm like, I don't even know what to tell you. Right now, I'm stuck. They didn't give it to me. They asked me for a paper that we can't provide, like, because certain circumstances I couldn't provide that paper. So it's like, she's like, damn, so what are you going to do? You're going to go back to the island? I'm like, I'm going to try. But, you know, sometimes it takes like 3 years just to go back to the island. So he's like, all right, cool. And I said, wait, before you hang up, I said, remember that I wanted that $100 because right now I don't have no money. He's like, all right, no problem. I'll send that to you. So it's like, all right, cool. So I'm there thinking he's going to send this money, you know. So the whole week passed, the other week passed, no, nothing. I'm like, one more week passed, nothing. I don't hear nothing from this guy. So I'm like, damn, this is how he is? I'm like, cool, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. But that time I'm thinking all type of crazy shit in my head. I'm like, this dude. So I'm like, boom, I'm there, and so we started to get some paperwork together and try to get something because I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna be stuck down here because I don't know if I can survive. Even though it's my country, I'm like, yo, I don't think I can survive in this because, yo, if you live in Jamaica, it's a fun country, it's a beautiful country, everything, but it's a dog eat dog world down there. If you don't know what you're doing, you go crazy down that. You know, worse if you have ambitions and goals and there's not certain means for you to get those. Like in Jamaica, you got to know someone to get somewhere. And if you don't know anyone, maybe you ain't going to get anyone. I'm going to tell you that because you can have a degree. I know a lot of my friends have degrees and a lot of stuff and they can't get a job. You finish college and you can't get a job. So, long story short, I'm there, and so we started put these paperwork together, and we put the paperwork together, and I went back to the embassy. I got my documents. I think I'm cutting a lot out though. It was 3 months after. 3 months from the date that I talked to my dad. 3 months after, haven't spoke to him. 3 months after it took me to get all my paperwork. I got all my paperwork. I got the visa. First thing when I came out, I sing that song that Kanye West sing. I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. That's the song I sang. I called my mom and I sang that to her. I'm like, yo, I'm coming home. I was so stoked. I was so excited. Like, no one could tell me shit that day. I'm like, yo, I'm in here, son. Um, I'm let's go back. Let's go back. Wait. I'm going back. Boom. So, all right. The morning that I went to the embassy, I went to the embassy, got in there. When I went to the embassy, got in there, we're in line and we got in. We in there. We sitting down. You sitting down, they calling up the numbers or whosoever name or whatever they're calling. I don't remember. I think it's a number or a name, whatever. So this old lady in front of me got called, and you can hear what they're saying to the person because you're that close. You're like, it's not even, I think it's like 5 feet away. And you can hear someone talking 5 feet away. So they're talking and they're telling this lady, like, yo, they're saying to this lady, like, you need this document. And it was the same exact document that I was missing. Like, I didn't have that fucking document. Like, I did not have it. We just got some papers from some of the stuff they say they needed, but that one document, I could not get it. Like, I tried everything to get it, but I could not get it. So in front, this guy was like, this lady's like friggin' like 50 something years old, 60 something years old. And this guy's like, oh, you need this one document and you can't get it because we cannot grant you this visa. Because she was getting filed for it too. And she's like, oh, you can't get this visa. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it like, I'm like, damn, I'm screwed because I don't have it. So he tell the lady point blank, like, we ain't giving you this. So I'm there and I'm next. Literally, I'm next. Like, I think they were calling by numbers, so I'm next. I know I'm next. So as soon as he's sending away that lady, I'm like, shit, he's gonna call me. Then another lady just came out the blue and called me. Number, like she would have said, number 24. And I'm like, ah, cool. Got up to the lady. I'm like, hey, ma'am, how you doing today? She's like, good. And she's like, oh, you have the documents for us that we asked for? I'm like, yeah. And I was going to tell her that I couldn't, but I didn't say anything. You know what? In life, sometimes, if people don't ask questions, don't give answers. Just let them do what they do. So I go boom and I just give her the friggin' documents that I had. So when I gave her all my documents that I have, she said, give me a second, Mr. Bunting. And I was like, cool. So she just went in the back and take care of her stuff. She didn't ask me one question, not even one. And then she just gave me my paper and said, go pay, like, I think it was like $2,000. And that's like $25. I think it was like $2,000 or $3,000. And it was like basically $25 to $30 US. She was like, oh, go pay that down there and we'll have it processed for you and you can pick it up within 2 weeks. No question asked. I was like, bro, I was so happy. As what I told you, I called my mom up and be like, I'm coming home, coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. And I was ecstatic. I was happy. But I'm telling you, 3 months passed and I didn't hear shit from my dad. That shit hurt my heart. Like, that shit hurt me. To know that the only reason why you're all buddy with me is because you thought I was gonna leave. And because I didn't leave, you said fuck him. And that was your son. The only person they say I look like or I act like, I talk like. Well, you said fuck your own son. You left me, just clearly left me out there. Like, I know I was grown by then. I was like 19, 20. I was 20. But my God, man, like, you could have kept in contact and said, like, I don't have this bread. Just call me back. But 3 months you didn't call me back. But guess what? I was leaving. I was about to leave. Like, I was leaving the Thursday. And I was I was leaving the Thursday. And I was sitting on the step of the house, and I was just there looking in the sky and just like, we call it I was just daydreaming, thinking about like what America is gonna be like what my experience is gonna be like. And I was just there chilling, and I saw someone walking up in the yard, just coming up in the yard, and I looked. That was his girlfriend. His girlfriend came up and said, hey, your dad sent me for a suitcase because I'm going to America tomorrow. And that was a Monday. And I was like, yeah? Oh, I think I was leaving a Tuesday because she was leaving a Monday. Yeah, I think so. She was leaving a Monday and I was leaving a Tuesday. So I was like, yeah. I said, one question. Did he call you or you call him? She said, no, he called me. I said, he called you? And she said, yeah, he called me. I was like, all right, cool. I said, listen, when you see my dad or talk to my dad, please tell him he should not call me. I will call him. I said, hopefully one day you'll understand what that means. And if he ever watches this video, I hope he understand again why I said that. You didn't call me for 3 months because you think I wasn't going to get through. You think I was stuck. So I tell you, don't call me. I will call you. Just like how you didn't call me. So she took the suitcase and left, you know, took all his shit. Took all his shit and leave. And then after she left, I went to America like I think a month, because he was coming back to Jamaica after off his job for vacation, so he was coming back. So when he got to Jamaica, the first thing he said to my grandparents, oh, tell because he's like, oh, tell Theo to come and get the suitcase out of the car. And they're like, yo, he left like a month ago. That's how messed up it was for him. He didn't know that I left. You didn't call me for 4 months, man. And I lived at your house. I had to pay the light bill, the water bill, and everything. I had to find food. And if I call you and tell you, yo, the food is done, and guess what? You were supporting all them girls, bro. You wasted your money. You didn't see where your money went. The moral of the story, people that you think is your family and people that you think is there for you is never there for you. The people that you think that you can rely on and depend on, most of the times they're never there. That's why you have to think about yourself majority of the time. That's how I became this person. I only think about myself and my family, my close family. I hope a lot of people don't get this wrong, but I do love my dad. I love my mom. I love my sisters. That's my family. And that's always going to be my family. Hey, stay tuned, subscribe. Click the link below for the subscribe button. And there's a lot more videos to come. I'm out.